Yeah, let's bring it up again and go over it. Yeah,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Well, it's been long enough, so I guess this is the quorum. Let's see, Sam, you probably got a lot of news. You want to start first?
Oh, sure. Yes. Well, a lot of news. Apologies for yesterday not being there with the Scrum. I was running a 3 hour how to do agile project management for nonprofits yesterday, which was well attended and seemed to go reasonably well. And I'm just putting the touches on a blog draft all about that. So more details in there if you want to do that. Want to hear about that. The other news is that I got new windows in the front of my house, and so I'm sort of behind on everything because I had to spend another hour on Monday rearranging the office, and anyway, so office chaos. But I think actually now it's we're stable there. What is coming up? Basically, yeah, the big thing I've got the Agile bot is not the async bot is now hosted on Amazon, which I'm very pleased with, and it's stable and it's working, and we're now running some votes in different channels. That is certainly an improvement in the automation, and I think the next step will be better persistence and allowing us to run multiple votes in parallel. Like at the moment, if I'm running a vote in local support, I can't run one in website one or in async voter. So yeah, that's there. I just listened to the Ruby Rogues podcast that I'm on, and it was not too intensely painful. And like, yes, there are people trickling in who've been inspired by words in the podcast, and that's great to hear. Yeah, I really hope we can sort of take this to the next level. So yeah, I think that's no real blockers for me. Just not enough time. I know. Yeah, probably Matt and Lara and rest people will need my help. I've got some time after the Scrum. I'll be available to help people.
Okay, sounds cool. All right, Matt, do you want to go?
Yes, as I was just mentioning, I think we finally got the Cucumber issues in Redeemify fixed. I'm running them on the other screen. They look good. So there's some refactoring that Alexander who fixed the Cucumber wants to do on the views, which he's done some so far. It's really good. He's broken out some things into partials, but I think we can do that, and we can also get back to the API for Redeemify.
Great.
So that's good news. Other thing, website one, I put a work in progress PR to populate the last commit date in URL, but it's using maybe I'll talk to you about this later, Sam. It's using a deprecated function out of OctaKit, and it's I don't think I should be using it. So
okay, we can have a look at that together.
Yeah. A different way to do it, unfortunately. Sure. But that's maybe if you have time after, we could talk about it. If not, so
sure,
not urgent. Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks for the update. Hi, Laura. How are you doing?
Hey, Patrick. Okay, and you?
Good.
Good. Okay, so I'm just busy now with Sam's review on my code on GitHub. So I'm just making those changes and then I'll push them up. Just on MedPlus, I see the refactoring is all passed. There's just 4 hound issues about that. It's just slightly too long. And it keeps telling me to put the dot on the next line, but I don't think we can do that.
Yeah, Hound's correct. You can't do that. I'll take a look at the PR this morning. Laura, okay. Sounds like you've got minimal issues.
Yeah, great. Otherwise, then that's great. And then just going forward on Thursday, tomorrow, I'll start just doing some of the wireframing for the layout of MedPlus homepage.
Oh, great.
And then once approved, then I can do some like flat designs of the page.
Oh, that's great. That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Lots of activity. Thanks. Anything else, Laura?
That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, great. Well, that's enough. Tong Wei? Hi.
Yes. I didn't do much yet. I just joined the what's that? the async voter chat room, and I need to find a way to to set up the environment and so on. And for the Meet Plus project, I haven't started much on the news story yet. Yeah, I will probably try to work something out tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, Tangwei. Thank you. For myself, I also didn't have a lot of time to spend on the MedPlus project yesterday. I'm still working on a story for the company person searching for matching job seekers against the job. I'll deliver a PR today against that, probably this morning, in fact. I think I'm mostly done with that. And that's it for me. I will probably work on other stuff during the day, but I'll report on that tomorrow. I'm not sure what I'll be working on. So that's it for Scrum, I guess. So I guess at this point, I don't know. Matt, sounds like you got to get together with Sam on a couple things.
Oh yeah, I was also going to mention what we talked about earlier, just for the record.
Jasmine, Capybara, and so on. Yes, you're saying. I mean, you're saying that the tests are passing now, but that Francis is making a suggestion about replacing Poltergeist with Jasmine. Is that what he said? Was that in the chat room?
Well, we don't have any tests for JavaScript.
Oh,
but,
okay.
But the only JavaScript we have is this polyfill function to make something work. We didn't write it; it's a Google script, so I don't know that really needs to be tested. Or I don't know that we need any.
Yes. Well, that's something to look into. Yes, I mean the thing that we were discussing before was how Jasmine is a sort of a unit testing tool for JavaScript, and then we've got these different kind of JavaScript drivers that can be used with Capybara to enable Cucumber or indeed RSpec to run kind of end-to-end tests that exercise the JavaScript and the views and the models and the controllers and everything way down to the database as necessary.
The recommendation we got yesterday, you weren't here, but was to use Poltergeist instead of the Poltergeist WebDriver instead of
Selenium.
Because
Selenium.
It's kind of brittle.
Yes, I think that's pretty much what projects are on Poltergeist rather than Selenium. So I think Selenium is good to use when you need to run something in a headed browser and actually see the thing kind of step through the test. And sometimes, like for really difficult bugs, the Selenium is something you pull in. But yes, I think we use Poltergeist pretty consistently on all the projects. Not that doesn't lead to some problems, but that's another story.
Good. So that was our discussion. So I'm going to tell Alexander that we might not need any testing right now because of that script. But if we do, we probably should use Poltergeist with.
Yeah. Well, the other thing I'll mention there is if this is a script that has come off from somewhere, like if it's somebody else's script, is it coming in a package that has some tests with it? There's a move in Rails to now be using the Node Package Manager to manage the pulling in of the JavaScript. So, like, it can be very tempting, find a script here and there, and then you sort of copy it in. Like, its position in, for example, the vendor directory versus the JavaScript directory, and how that JavaScript is then going to be maintained going forward is a whole nother topic, which is something to be looked at and considered. But we can discuss that at length at some other points.
Yeah, that's a good thing too. I'll bring that up also.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, when you get into that as well, Matt, we're using Jasmine, well, maybe not extensively, but quite a bit on MedPlus. And we know how to bring in external JavaScripts rather than copy them down if they're available through a CDN, content delivery network, which is what you want to do. You don't want to have to make a local copy of that stuff.
Well, and that's one way, Patrick. The CDN is one way, and then the NPM is another one. So then they have the different pros and cons. So yes, CDN is another particularly for libraries.
Right. If they just reference it they say it's available here at the CDN, we can just reference it there.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Does NPM does that pull it in on demand during the test, or does it make a local copy and update it when something changes externally? How does that work, Sam?
Well, NPM will like store stuff in Node modules, which you'll then usually put in ignore, and so it will be kind of like it's a bit like it's a library. So in the same way that like in the CI will pull down the entire thing then we'll install the Ruby gems. npm would install the node modules that have got the JavaScript stuff for them. Naturally, I mean, the CDN ultimately is a performance enhancer, and so it's to the extent that you want to be like sort of updating to the latest thing. But once you get to the point where you identify performance as a problem, that's when you would switch to a CDN.
Yeah, I see. Okay. The other thing that was related to this is that Sage on the Wiki EDU project mentioned that Poltergeist can be set to fail upon JavaScript failures.
It can, yeah.
And I guess the default is JavaScript failures are ignored. I got to look into that.
Yeah, we have that setting. We play with that setting on website 1. If you look at the website 1 Capybara configuration, you can see examples of that.
Yeah, I got to look into that. That might be useful for us on Metplus. Okay, cool. Good discussion. Anything else? Anybody?
I guess anything, Pat, you and I should coordinate
Yes.
in DM. Because we've got something coming up, haven't we? And then, yeah, I guess because I'm kind of running behind. I mean, Matt, we could pair. Are you going to be doing a pairing starting in 15 minutes from now, Matt?
I could, but the only thing I have to work on at the moment is the website 1 thing.
Yeah. Well, maybe let's plan. I mean, I've got. There's lots of stuff to do as well. Yeah, maybe we should plan to look at some stuff together in about 15 minutes.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. And anybody else free to pair at the moment?
No, not right now.
Yeah, neither. Me neither.
No worries. All right. Great stuff, guys.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good
Thank you.
day. We'll talk tomorrow.
Bye
Bye now.